I'm in a new world and the first thing I do is start stabbing nature. Now I can give Cameron a flower. He refuses to take it. Then tells me how to be happy. Stop spending thousands of hours on video games. No, I've already decided in this video I'm getting every achievement with only a sword. First I just have to beat every boss in the game. I cut trees to make boss arenas. You might be wondering why there's a giant building above my spawn. I could tell you, but how about you watch this sick kill instead? Yeah. I told you I'm beating every boss in Terraria, but what I didn't tell you is I downloaded 57 mods to add way more bosses and change combat. And one mod built a house for me. The first enemy in the game is slimes, a simple jumping enemy, and I've told you I'm beating every boss. But what I haven't told you is that I'm bad at this game. You can hear your heart when you're about to die. That sound will come up a lot. Once I was on 2 health, I decided to quit and become a lumberjack instead. One mod gave me a starter bag. Inside was a powerful staff that destroyed slimes from afar. But I promised to only use swords in this run for extra difficulty. My audience loves seeing me in pain, so this is going in the trash. But it also gave me a sword. Okay, this is awesome. I can finally deal with slimes. I forgot the name of this game and went mining. I found iron. I could mine it slowly, but I have a much better way. I just have to find the hotkey first. Here are the regular game controls, and here are the mod controls I haven't configured yet. I found it. I can mine all this at once. Wait, if I use this on dirt, does the entire world disappear? I saw this line above my head. If I hold right click, my sword has a charged attack. Boom! The guide is getting his exercise in so his parents will love him. And in the starter bag, I also got a message. It's written by Yarim, the current ruler of Terraria.
Greetings. You're a loser. I'm stronger than you. 1v1 me, bro.
That day, a fire ignited in my heart that would grow until I faced Yarim himself. I changed the difficulty to Revengeance mode. New boss attacks, unique drops, more difficult enemies, and 2 bars I'll explain during boss fights. Now I need to go mining for new weapons. Wait, the game says I don't have an achievement for cutting my first tree. Revengeance mode also gaslights you, so I mined down and drowned myself on purpose to show the game it doesn't have control over me. Now answer me this simple question. How did I place that taunt? Can my 2D character see in 3D? Can he see me? I had a battle with a zombie, but Revengeance mode means enemies basically one-shot me. That's the noise I make the first time I die. It gets worse. I went to get my revenge, then I accidentally backflip jumped. We're going to the Olympics! I'm getting distracted. I need to get stronger, fight bosses, and eventually face Yarim. I found a chest that had a can of worms for fishing. If you think I'm fishing in this video, you are wrong and should unsubscribe. I'm on plenty of health and safe on a minecart. Then I accidentally gained the superpower of metallic omniscience. The Spelunker potion allows you to see all ores and treasures through walls. So I mined until the rage bar was full. I get angrier and angrier while I'm close to enemies until it builds up and I can scream my rage and deal double damage for a short time. I'm dealing the exact same damage as before. It's not working. Although I found a golden chest with Hermes boots. Hermes is the Greek messenger god. In Roman mythology, Hermes' attributes were seen in the planet Mercury, who is currently retrograde, meaning Hermes is in the underworld returning souls to their rightful place, representing that I will use his boots to sprint to the underworld to deck Yarim in the face. First I need more health from these life crystals. I start with 100 health. Each of these give 20 more, with a max of 400. I promise the max is 400. Then I got a cloud in a bottle from a chest, allowing me to double jump. And I don't have an ancient explanation for this, because I'm astounded how lucky I am to get the best 2 accessories right away. I should be gambling more. And then I face the toughest enemy in all of Terraria, sand. It actually obeys gravity and falls on your face, crushing you. I've got the rage meter filled again, but I deal no extra damage. Oh, it's still full.
In mere moments, all you'll be feeling is oblivion!
Yep, still didn't work. I'd like to introduce you to the most effective mining technique. It's not strip mining or stairway mining, it's called explosives, and it's very effective. Then I found another block that obeys gravity. Back on the surface, there's a new NPC that sells mining equipment, and his advice on your parents' happiness is stop gambling. Weird, it seems directed at me. I made a gold sword that slashes longer, so I used it while exploring until I found my first mini-boss, the Canidrian. I used a charged slash. It spat water at me. I built a tower to block the water, then found out I can attack through walls. That is the most bullshit. Wait, he can climb over walls. That is the most bullshit. Wait.
One old man from Adelaide owned all of the world's media and used influence and misinformation to control elections.
That is the most bullshit. That makes me so angry.
Flash!
It worked. I've come across a 1-block tunnel. This leads to an ancient shrine of Yarim. I learnt that long ago, the Council of the Jungle governed Terraria. Yarim slaughtered them all and took control, claiming the title of Jungle Tyrant. I took a trinket from the shrine. It led me to the jungle. I was exploring. What? I blacked out. I'm beneath the jungle. How did this happen? Why is there honey everywhere? I'm currently robbing a beehive and it worries me that there are no bees here. I'm sure it's fine. Oh damn it, I fell. Queen Bee has been awoken. Yarim sent his guardian. Now you get to see how I deal with bosses in this game. First you want to brace your legs. That wasn't my fault. I just need better equipment before fighting bosses. So I went mining with a gold pickaxe. I can now get Crimtane ore, a mineral filled with red rage. So it probably does nothing. Back to my favorite mining method, explosives and wildly swinging swords. A fairy led me to another crystal heart, then vanished from existence. I went back home on purpose. The chat is a lie. I attacked the furry that moved into my house who thinks the key to happiness is expressing your true self. Now I have a single box that holds all my chests. And you can search items by name. This is the real reason I used mods. The new laser dragon bosses are fine. But chest organization? That's what I really care about. I also made the Blood Butcherer, finally a sword capable of taking down a boss. So I made a few platforms and turned my house into a long walkway. I put down campfires because burning your feet gives you adrenaline while you fight. I killed an eyeball, killed 2 eyeballs with a single hit. And then the great eyeball of Cthulhu wanted revenge. The first boss, Cthulhu's first form. I slashed from quite a distance. This is hardly a melee battle. My residents were really trapped in their rooms. I will save you, I just have to brace my legs. Everything was going well, but I ran out of room to run. But what I didn't tell you is I've learned how to dodge roll. God damn, that's cool. The second bar is filling up now, but I don't have a hotkey for it yet. So let me just pause this boss fight real quick. The bar is adrenaline. It builds when you don't get hit for 30 seconds in a boss fight. When activated, you deal double damage. Alright, I'm good. I'm going to use my greatest attack, a fully charged adrenaline buff. Boom! 900 damage in a single hit. I kept dancing around, dodging the eye while swinging wildly. Honestly, this is the most fun I've had ever in a Terraria fight. Get wrecked. I got a trophy proving I won the fight, and I got another message from Yarim. The lore in Terraria is surprisingly deep. In the letter, he talks about how these monstrous boss creatures are everywhere now, and says that I'm not strong enough to beat any others. Also, Cthulhu is an ancient god more powerful than Yarim wanting revenge or whatever, but I don't care, because Yarim offended me. I'm confident I can beat more bosses. So I went to the Crimson to fight the brain of Cthulhu. On the way, I found a cyst on the ground. I wonder what will happen if I slash it with a sword. I did not expect death metal horror music. I am dying really fast. I lost really badly. But the Eye of Cthulhu dropped an item that lets me dash forward now. I went to the Crimson and built another arena. I'll fight Cthulhu's brain, not whatever that was. To spawn the boss, I need to destroy this heart, so I used my favorite mining technique and started attacking. And it strangely felt like this boss wasn't even trying to kill me. Everything looks crazy here, but I'm just not getting hit ever. This brain is gonna be living in Spain without the S. It also dropped a new letter from Yarim. Yarim calling the bosses my stepping stones. Does he want me to kill the bosses or not? And why is he so orange? Then I accidentally drank a potion that teleported me to the edge of the map. The ocean on this side has been polluted. It's filled with opinions from the internet. I ran away from the pollution. If I can't see it, it's not my problem. I ran across the world. The Crimson, home of the death metal boss. The desert, what everyone thinks Australia is like. The dungeon, what Australia is actually like. We fight giant skeleton monsters every day. You're welcome. A meteorite, this is a valuable resource, but I'm drowning, and it's a blizzard, and there's constant enemies spawning, and if I even touch the meteorite, I burn to death. To mine this, I'll need some intense skill. I am so goddamn good at Terraria. My overconfidence led me to fight Skeletron. I charged up an attack and got a triple hit. What do you call a skeleton that goes out in the snow? A numbskull. What noise does Dragoon make when he almost dies? Oh god! Why did the skeleton fall over? Because 15 pianos fell on him. That's a callback to an old video which makes it funny. Trust me. If you didn't laugh at that, unsubscribe. Why didn't Skeletron kill me? Because he didn't have the guts. He dropped another lore item too. Apparently, Skeletron was created by a mysterious and powerful being known as Calamity to guard the dungeon. I'm going to enter now, but first, I got a grappling hook! and I can become Spider-Man. I just have to learn how to use it, test it out a little. 360 no-scope, baby! I have mastered the grappling hook. Inside the dungeon, I'm looking for a specific sword. A goblin army is approaching? How can I ever beat an entire army of goblins? The invasion can't find anyone and will soon leave. Okay, if China invade the entire world, we can hide in our closets for 5 seconds and they will soon leave. Anyway, I'm looking for a sword. Oh god, the floor collapsed! So I used my grappling hook mastery to go directly into spikes. And again, and again. Eventually I got up and used the hook to kill a skeleton. Even in the dungeon, there are NPCs telling me how to live my life. You should meditate, be relaxed. No, like I was saying, I'm here looking for a specific sword, the Muramasa, a blue sword that attacks super fast, but that's only part of my goal. Legends speak of a powerful sword, and when I say legends, I mean the recipe book I modded in. I want the Knight's Edge. I already have the Blood Butcherer. Next, I need the Muramasa. Then I fell to my death and made another strange noise. It's storming, so I'll be safe deep within the Dungeon of Skeletons, which I got lost in for over an hour. I was convinced the world gen messed up and there was no way through until I looked closer. This wall is fake! Do you take me for a fool? Because I am. I should have just cheated in Cookie Clicker and Terraria. Then I ran away from fire itself, killed skeletons, got turned into a skeleton myself, grappled directly into more spikes, and found the Muramasa. Look how fast it is. This is basically a ranged weapon at this point. If you pay attention, the background is raining slimes. What could that mean? Look, my sword is blue, you're blue. Blue cheese is mostly white. Maybe I shouldn't be killing every enemy. Then I felt something, like a strange voice seeming to come from the jungle. It simply said,
Kill!
I slaughtered without further thought. The Slime King had no purpose to me other than a stone to sharpen my blade. Get wrecked. It dropped another lore item that said slimes eat each other and grow in strength. But I shouldn't worry too much. They can't get very powerful. They'd have to feed for like thousands of years. That's not gonna happen. I have 2 of the 4 swords required to make the Knight's Edge. The next one is the Blade of Grass, made of jungle items. Luckily, I am ready now. I won't die in the jungle again. Whoa! Did a bunch of jungle exploring and got a few items. I found a house in the jungle. I wonder if Yarim lives here. Okay, the wiki says he's 9 feet tall. He won't fit in this house. I got enough to make the Blade of Grass. Or I could make a fishing rod. It looks so stupidly big. That's amazing. I still prefer the Muramasa though. Now the final sword I can only get from hell, which gives me the very fun job of digging to hell. This takes so long, but it is the best way. I spent a while exploding things and imagining trying to punch 9 feet in the air. But the thing with bombs is they don't go directly down. Sometimes you go off center and fall directly onto a stone. Ideally, there's water at the bottom. I've played Terraria hundreds of times and done this every time. This is my only video where the thumbnail isn't an exaggeration. I went into hell, killed some bats, and found what I was looking for. Hellstone, a stone in hell. Not very creative naming. If I get enough, I can craft the fiery greatsword. Not very creative naming. I don't know what else to show you about hell because I'm not very creative. So I'm back, and now I have the sword. It's even bigger, takes ages to charge, and attacks half the screen. And soon I'll have something to test it on. Because I have all 4 swords to create the Knight's Edge, but I need glue to put it together. Purified gel. Let's see, it drops from the Slime God. The first slime ever created that fed on other beings for thousands of years to become the ultimate slime. Damn it! These are his guardians I must fight. Oh god, it's gonna get slime all over my beautiful base. If only I had a warning that this could happen. Now I have the time to really reflect on what went wrong and how to improve. Or I could just go right back in. Oh, I rolled through it and got hit by the other one. My rage actually worked. I am angry. And I died. Don't judge me. I need an easy boss to boost my confidence. This is smart gameplay. What you gonna do, huh? You have no time, slime. I'm in my prime. I have a plan. I'm saving up both adrenaline and rage. I just can't get hit. Ah! I'm good, I'm good. It's fine, it's fine. Hold up, my hotkey isn't working. Let me check my settings. Alright, there we go. Die, you son of another slime! I don't know how you reproduce. I think it's mitosis. It did 1,000 damage. It's getting close. It's turning into smaller slimes. I am not doing well though. Can you tell me if there's a slime heaven? Oh, it died? Oh, they changed it. I only had to kill the guardians, not the actual slime god. Which is good because the lore reveals something interesting about it. The slime god is actually a servant of Yarim, but Yarim doesn't trust him. There's a chance I can convince the slime god to betray Yarim Yarim and fight with me, and the Guardians dropped Purified Gel. I can now sacrifice my items at a Crimson Altar to craft it. I have made it down with all 4 swords. The Knight's Edge. Now let's immediately test it out on that boss that killed me before. Ah, I forgot about the death metal. There's a giant worm as well. It's flying. I can't hear myself think over the music, though my only thoughts during bosses are don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, and I'm failing at my one job. The boss is called the Perforators. Perforate, pierce, and make a hole in. Not very creative naming. Did I mention these mods also make gravity have more effect over time? This alone will save me 3 hours of gameplay. The death metal boss is too scary, so instead I'm going to fight the god of the underworld. Hey, you guys remember when Cameron didn't accept my flower at the start of the game? I forget nothing. This boss is extremely difficult as melee. You have to dash in and hit, dash out, and not take much damage. I dashed in to hit, dashed out. I was doing amazing. Went in, dashed out. Went in to hit it, dashed out. Am I missing a step? This feels too easy. Oh yeah, I took much damage. I need some advice. Hey Lillian, how do I become happy? Spend time with friends. Oh, but my friends don't play Terraria. They have jobs. I think the true key is probably dealing more damage. These swords are getting so big I can barely hold them. If I get the Feral Claws accessory, I can hold on better and swing far. Whoops, I spawned this guy again. Why does this keep happening? Wait, it's going alright this time. I just have to dodge everything. Ah, holy sh. Okay, so maybe dodging projectiles is helpful. I also got my Feral Claws. Along with my dodging abilities, I am not ready for the Wall of Flesh, because I made a mistake. I shouldn't have hid from the Goblin Army. If you beat the Goblin Army, you can find the Goblin Tinkerer. He has not 1, not 2, not 10 duodecillion, but 4 game-changing mechanics. I went to the edge of the world with my little imp friend and killed goblins. I killed enough that the army could hear the screams, and they came back to fight me. You aren't supposed to have the Knight's Edge at this point. I am far too overpowered for this battle. Goblin these oranges. Delicious. The Goblin Tinkerer is somewhere deep in the earth. The Danger Sense potion lets you see creatures. I found an interesting structure. It seems to be a laboratory, but who lives down here? This could be really important to figuring out the deep lore and secrets of Terraria. Oh, the Tinkerer, go, go, go. I've come to save you and also take everything you own. By the way, what's the secret to happiness? Appreciate.
Dealing more damage.
Good answer. With rocket boots, I can now jump and fly high enough to die of full damage. I can also combine my Hermes boots with rocket boots to make Spectre boots and free up an accessory slot, letting me get more damage boosts. Finally, for a price, he will reforge my gear so they have more defense stats. I don't think there's enough fire in hell, so I'm gonna fix that. I've summoned the Wall of Flesh and found a hidey hole. They can never get me. I need to leave. I don't know if it's my dodging skills or the 4 extra buffs I have since last fighting it, but this was going much smoother. 1 hit away from ending a vegan's worst nightmare. I guess you could say the Wall of Flesh is now the Wall of Death. That was a reference to an old video. If you didn't laugh, dislike the video. And now I've unleashed many great spirits into the world. I need stronger enemies to train against so I can face Yarim. Yarim was very supportive of this. He kept telling me to keep fighting bosses and get stronger. And also said,
You'll never beat me without the secret sword in hell inside the lab. Wait, I've said too much.
No idea what that means. The sandstorm is really strong. I hope I don't get eaten by a sand shark. I thought they were just rumors. Sand sharks are real? In 2011, the film Sand Sharks was released, a vivid documentary on the dangers of sand shark attacks. I mean, just look at this, horrifying. Then one brave soul came to save the day.
Sharks swimming in the sand!
Miss, sharks can't swim in the sand!
Remembering how physics works, the sharks retreated into the ocean, where famously there are no humans to eat. Until this happened, it got a 2.6 on IMDb, and I've been terrified of sand sharks ever since. And they killed me. I went back to kill the sand elemental summoning the sand sharks. With the help of the Canidrian, I beat her, but I don't think this is the end of the sand sharks. I did get the sand elemental to follow me around and heal me though. It just goes to show, if you want a woman to follow you, stab her repeatedly. I was destroying crimson altars to collect souls of night when I got a hammer, the Evil Smasher, and its charged attack reaches the entire screen. That's off the screen. This is a melee weapon. Now I'm safe. I'm in the water. The sharks can't get me in the water. Although I am looking for regular sharks here. The first hard mode boss I want to fight is the pollution worm, and I need 5 shark fins to summon it, but there aren't any sharks in the ocean. And then the weather itself attacked me. Why am I dying to a cloud? Come on, get back here. I can fly too, goddammit. You'll never take me alive. I died of full damage. Then it rained on my grave. I'm back in the ocean, except there is soothing music this time. I want aggressive sharks, not calm mermaids. Wait, I found something. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Oh, it's a boss, but such a calm musical boss. I can dance around the attacks. This is so peaceful and fun. I died to the music? I spent another 3 full Terraria days in the ocean and not one shark spawned. So I went mining instead, and sadly, the time has come where the Knight's Edge is no longer useful for me. I'm replacing it with a cobalt sword. Cobalt is a real mineral found on Earth. It's in almost all the batteries you use, especially in the phone you're holding right now. It's often mined by slaves in Africa. After a few years in the mines, the cobalt dust gives the slaves lung disease and they die. You are indirectly responsible. Remember to unsubscribe. Back to playing innocent video games. I decided to fight the Calamity Ice boss. Years ago, Yarim asked the King of the Ice Kingdom to learn ice magic. Sensing his evil, the Ice King refused, and Yarim left peacefully. But actually, he cursed the Ice Kingdom to implode in on itself. This ice crystal is an entire kingdom with its king compressed into a ball. The fight was going well, until he launched himself at me out of nowhere. I've now lost so many boss fights, I'm not ready at all. Maybe I can just calm down and play peacefully for a while. A giant mechanical floating skull never hurt anyone. Skeletron Prime is a regular Terraria boss. I've beaten it so many times, but not on Revengeance mode. Ever since Skeletron got sponsored by Logan Paul, I really lost respect for him. I keep taking full damage. Let me just access my chest, get gold bars to craft a horseshoe to stop full damage. God damn it. At least now that I'm dead, I have time to craft the horseshoe. I can't take full damage, I can never die. Are you proud of me yet, Yarim? I got wrecked. I have a long-term plan here. I'm going to dodge them until the day. Fly them towards the sun so they go blind. They have no eyelids. I can kill them while they're blind. No. Isn't the answer obvious? I need to reverse gravity and escape into space. This is surely the key to victory. There are no sharks in space! These bosses can only be fought during the night. I have to wait 15 real-life minutes every day for it to go to night. But what I haven't told you is I can control the sun and the moon themselves. The Cosmolite is an item that changes the time. To craft it, I need some drops from flying creatures. What I didn't expect is to find a secret laboratory was above my base the entire time. Inside was this guy who told me that the key to happiness is
Sigma Rule 57. Your sleep is more important than women. Sleep 15 hours a day, nap 8 hours a day, watch Sigma memes 1 hour a day.
The algorithm is getting really weird, so I flew across the sky killing birds for their essence of sunlight and crafted the Cosmolite. I finally control time itself.
You! How dare you!
Is that the slime god? I did kill his pets. Are you angry?
Die, 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 die!
I think he's a little mad, so I'm just gonna brace my legs and prepare for another gigantic slime boss. I've already killed so many slimes, this will be easy. I almost had it half health, then I dashed directly into the boss. Dragoon wins the Paralympics! The slime god keeps summoning this boss over and over again. We can work together! I'm not your enemy! Me and you can rule this city, Spider-Man! I have to remember what all those NPCs told me. Hey slime god, wanna be friends? No. I have to be able to beat one of the 3 mechanical bosses, right? He's called the Destroyer, but he can't even break blocks. Not very destructive, are you? Wait, he's heading for the NPCs. Oh god. Everyone I've ever known and loved is dead. It's half health, let's go! I am 0 health, let's go! At least if I do it again, it can't kill any NPCs. It can't destroy anything other than my pride, sanity, self-worth, hope in humankind. I got it half health again and died. I just kinda kept doing this over and over again. Looking back at the footage, I'm not sure what was going through my head. Kill. I was having a rough time. I thought maybe I should give up, let Yarim rule Terraria with no opposition, let him win. But maybe my deaths are actually my greatest strength. Introducing the graveyard biome. Every time I die, I drop a gravestone. 5 gravestones next to each other create a graveyard biome. The bloody worm scarf boosts melee damage, but part of it is only craftable in the graveyard biome. So I collected some graves and put them close. I can now craft. Nope, it's not thinking it's a graveyard biome. Do I need more? I swear it was 5. I got more graves, built a separate platform to fit more, and it still didn't work. I only have one option left. If you want more graves, I'll give it ya! I have to cut down trees to fit more graves. This is not the key to happiness. And now if you look at the background from green to grey, I've done it. Turns out the Calamity mod changes it to not 5 graves, not 10 graves, not 12 sextillion graves, but 20 graves. Finally, I have 7% more damage. I celebrated by doing more mining to prepare to finally kill a hard mode boss. With my 7% more damage and an Inferno potion surrounding me, I took this fight more seriously than I took the custody battle for my pet lizard. I died to full damage. Then for the twins. I'm sure you can guess how that went. I have to make my parents happy, so I'll do 1 push-up. I still lost? How is that even possible? Slime God, please, let's just team up and kill Yarim together.
You must find the sword.
The sword? Which sword? Did something talk about this before? I have no idea where it is, so I bought a bunch of teleportation potions that sent me to a random location on the map. I was all over the place looking for anything resembling a sword. Wait a second, what is this? Another secret lab, but in the underworld. I'm inside and this turret won't stop shooting me, but at least there's some loot, some gold coins, and wait a second, a sword that deals 5,000 damage. I found it! The Murasama. My current sword deals 100 damage. I have a chance. To test it, this is my cobalt sword against the Eye of Cthulhu, and the Murasama should presumably kill it in one hit. Here we go. Go. Attack. Use the sword. Slash. I can't use the sword. Is it too heavy for me to swing? The sword is power locked. Prove your strength to wield the sword. Motherfucker. I have the sword, but I can't use it yet. What do I do?
Good. To prove yourself, fight my boss, and do it with a smile.
A smile? I have to be happy? Wait, those keys to happiness. They were never to make my parents love me. They were for my own happiness. The only thing that can destroy evil is a positive mindset. I went outside, did 3 push-ups, spent time with other human beings, got adequate sleep, appreciated nature, and believed in myself. This is all I need to win. Also a gigantic hammer that increases in damage for every being I slaughter. I will beat you. I used my dodging skills sometimes. I saved up rage and adrenaline. This is it. Use both at the same time. 4,000 damage. I was freaking out, panicking, making noises. Hey, Queen Slime, you remind me of another queen I knew. You fucking died. As soon as it died, I heard a draconic roar from the jungle and heard the slime god talk.
Good. I will help you fight Yarim and his army in part 2.